go live.
Oh, and we're live.
We're live. That's a good way to say shut the fuck up.
Five. How's it going? One stop.
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling. Glad you brought me back on the panel, and I'm enjoying this Uncharted right now, man. Let's get it popping.
Pretty good. There's a lot of good. That's a really good week for games. Glad to have you. How's it going, Jay Centuries?
Good. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Glad to have you. How's it going, Jordan?
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jordan and Dizzle here.
Oh, my
Let's
bad.
get this popping.
I got the thing, the game playing in the background. I bet.
I be doing that same shit sometimes.
Yeah, the live chats in the back. How's it going, Grimpachi?
Yo, what's up?
Glad to have you. All right, let's just start off with Doom, I guess, since we brought that up. Doom came out Friday. Now, first off, you got a lot of people comparing it to Halo. I don't know why. I do know why. I guess because the armor, but like a lot of people said, like Jay Century said earlier before the podcast, Doom was the first one to have all this. So Jay Centuries, how do you think people are comparing this to Halo?
Like I was saying, the first like FPS shooters, like literal FPS shooters, were originally Wolfenstein 3D, then it was Doom, then it was Quake.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because you said 86 for Metroid
Well, you know, Metro was the first person.
on the NS or whatever, Nintendo.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first-person shooter; it was a third-person, right? On there, or platformer.
It's a side-scrolling platformer. I was saying that when that guy compared the two, I can understand comparing Samus's design, you know, because that style was just
Yeah, because I don't think they had any FPSs before then on consoles. So like people don't understand that FPSs.
Is he lagging for everybody else?
Yeah,
I think he is.
it's breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying now. What I was getting at though is because I got in an argument with a guy last night about this, and I was trying to explain to him that
Yeah, we can't hear him.
Yeah,
I think you're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up. So, you want to do another?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Oh.
What happened?
He's
He's breaking up. So,
All the paramedics, I think we're losing them. Guys.
R.I.P.
I think the Sony dudes got him.
Just I would log out and log back in. Sorry for everybody viewing it. Just that happens. You guys should know that by now who's watching it. But the whole thing with the comparison with Doom and Halo. What do you see on it, Grimpachi?
Because I played the Doom beta. I'm going to get the new Doom, and to compare Doom to Halo is silly in itself. It's almost like trying to say what's a good example? It's like trying to compare who came before you and what inspired you, you know, to yourself. Like people trying to compare Halo to Doom. Doom did if we went for Doom, Halo wouldn't look the way it looked and played the way it played. You know, Halo was inspired by Doom. Before Halo, there was Marathon. Marathon is basically Halo, and Marathon was completely inspired by Doom. Why do you think Master Chief looks the way he looks? He looks damn near like the Doom guy. They would look the damn same.
Yeah.
You know, even from the cover art of Halo 1 when it first released. So it's just strange in the comparisons I hear, like somebody said, well, this Doom has a triple jump, so that's why it's like Halo, even though no Halo had a triple jump ever. So I don't even know that comparison. The red versus blue thing, the alien weapons, even though every Doom had alien weapons. So it's very weird. And then when you hear why people think it's the same, Doom did all that stuff before Halo even existed. So yeah, I think it's just a weird statement.
Yeah, to me, I just think it seems like every game that comes out, people got to compare it to something.
Compare it with something.
The whole thing going on with Quantum Break and Uncharted, I understand. I see how people can compare them, but at the same time, in my eyes, this is just me. I think Quantum Break's more like Infamous Second Son than I would compare to that. I think the reason they're comparing is because they both came out around the same time. That's Microsoft's exclusive, and then it came out with Uncharted. That's why they're comparing them.
Yeah, I mean,
But you gotta
everybody's
remember.
trying.
Oh, go ahead, Jordan. I'm sorry.
Okay, everybody. You know the reason why they're trying to compare it is because it's mostly just fanboyism and the fact that sometimes two different genres get compared, based on release sometimes. Look at Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank came out the same month as Quantum Break, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So they compared the two, but they're two different genres,
Yeah, I think it's just more of like a whole sports thing, like sports teams comparing what you like. My team's better than yours, and that's
Yeah,
what at the
I was
moment.
about to say something similar to that. I think the what it is people try to compare games that fits their agenda or puts their title that they want to compare up against another title on the winning side. So they're not gonna give you a legitimate comparison
Hmm.
because they might lose. You know what I'm saying? So what they're gonna do is they're gonna compare a game like Uncharted against Quantum Break. They know Uncharted gonna beat the shit out of. Like you said, Dave, I agree with you when you said that Quantum Break is more like Infamous. It is, and I think that Quantum Break. This is just my opinion. Compare those two, I'm going with Quantum Break. Quantum Break to me is better than Infamous. You know what I'm saying? That's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
I would say Quantum Break's better than Infamous, but if you were to
Over.
Uncharted blows it out of the water. I mean,
Right. So I think, of course, the Sony fans are going to compare that versus Quantum Break, 'cause they know they're going to win that argument. You feel me? So to me, again, it's useless. It's useless. It's just fanboys, and they just
Yep.
going at it again. That's
And,
all.
and really, the reason they compare them is really dumb because 1 minute Quantum Break is an exclusive, then the next minute is not. See, it's an exclusive when they want to compare it to Uncharted, which is an exclusive. Then it's not an exclusive when someone wants to count it as an exclusive. So yeah, it's just
Ain't that?
you're
You
retarded.
know what? That's what you call a fanboy double standard.
boy, double standard. But yeah, you got people that are. I mean, I don't know why you would. I mean, say? Okay, let's say Doom was like Halo by what it looks like. What? At the same time, Doom has demons. Halo has grunts. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's two different
Yeah,
games.
Halo has aliens. Doom has demons. I mean, I played the Doom beta. The Doom beta alone was better than Halo 5 as a whole package. So,
Doom is a phenomenal game. Like right off the beginning, the single player, it sucks you right in. It's just really cool. But the multiplayer, there isn't really much out there first-person shooter-wise right now that has came out recently that can even be on that level. Like, 'cause it's something different.
Yeah.
It's been done before,
But
but
it's
something refreshing.
if you want to be honest, all Doom is Quake Live. I mean, if you want to be completely honest, the new Doom multiplayer, it's literally just Doom mixed in with Quake. That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
As
But
long
hey,
as it
at least
works,
it's better than
if it
Halo
works, who gives
5.
a fuck though? Like,
It's like people always want
Jordan,
something to
hold on. Jordan, have you played Halo 5?
Okay, I played every previous Halo with my
No,
friends.
I asked you specifically, have you played Halo 5?
No.
Okay, then you can't talk about a game if you haven't played it.
Okay, fine.
yeah,
Fine,
they're about to
Jesus.
get at each other. But what I'm gonna say is like, if it works, I know a lot of people always say, "Oh, Halo did this first, or Doom did this first." If what they done to the game works for the game, why you even give a fuck?
well, I mean, really, what it boils down to is like once the are you familiar with the EA Biz games from back in the day?
Yes,
You remember the SSS game, the snowboarding game?
yes, I love
This,
that
this
game.
this this motherfucker said it was like Call of Duty. All right, so when you hear some shit like that, and look, I lost my mind once. I lost my mind this morning. Dude said it was like Call of Duty. So when you hear these crazy comparisons, and I come from a point of I'm just trying to understand the other person. When people compare all these games to like Call of Duty and Halo, I'm just like, well, I don't see it. So tell me what about it reminds you of this? And then it's always like dumb things like what people say
Now
Resident
that's a little understandable.
Well,
Now,
like people, yeah, people
it
used to
also
tell me
shows
like
you how ignorant some people are with the like FPS genre, not even realize that Doom and Wolfenstein are like the godfather of FPSs. And there was actually, I forgot to mention it, Dave. There's a book written by the guy that originally designed Doom and Wolfenstein. It's called The History of the FPS Shooter, and like he breaks down like his whole thought process of when they were building Doom and Wolfenstein and everything.
Mhm.
And it literally it was only a 10-man team that built that game.
Yeah.
Now remember going back to round E3 when they revealed Doom, and then a little bit after that they showed what they were going to do with Doom, make it like Call of Duty or something similar to Call of Duty, and everybody got pissed and they scrapped all that, went back to the original roots of Doom.
Yeah.
Remember that? No.
Backlash. I remember. It was
You don't remember
back.
you don't remember those screenshots of what Doom was going to be?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't be looking at stuff.
And
like
everybody was talking about they wasn't buying it and all that shit. I remember that shit.
Yeah, people talk about they're not gonna buy anything. I mean, look at the Call of Duty right now. Everybody's saying they're not gonna buy it, but I guarantee that bitch is gonna sell.
Oh, Call of Duty will fly off the shelves like it always does.
Yeah, I still think that Battlefield gonna give it a run this time, though.
Call of Duty's got a curse on the industry, some magical power that people just flock to that game. You even say, I did it. I ain't gonna buy it, and a month later I had it in my house.
Everybody says that
It's
they
a love-hate
won't buy
relationship.
this Call of Duty because it's trash, but yet when it comes out, they buy it anyway.
Yep, that's how it normally goes.
Now, it really, I don't know. Well, Battlefield come out first, right? Yeah, Battlefield come out before Call of Duty.
Battlefield comes out first. It
I
comes
think
out
that-
the 20th. They did it early. It's the 18th.
Okay, I think depending on how good Battlefield actually is, I know we've seen that CGI shit, and I know most of us real gamers, we don't really go by CGI anyway. But I'm thinking depending on how great the game actually is, could in fact hurt Call of Duty a little bit though.
But the thing is, a lot of people don't realize, like
They're gonna have to do
the casuals.
right?
Yeah.
Battlefield is a team-based shooter. Call of Duty's like you could be an every man for themselves. You can't do that shit in Battlefield. You'll get killed. You can't.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Battlefield fan, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of things riding on that game, like that if they don't get it right, it's gonna damage that game when it comes out. Like for example, they were talking about the tanks and the planes are going to be more teammate oriented, and they did that back in 1943. They tried that out, and it worked back then. But now, with a lot of the players now that like to play solo play, I don't see that working well with the tanks. Because I mean, if you have to have 3 or 4 people operating them, and you're down by 2 people aren't even in the tank, and no one else wants to join, or you can't communicate, because if you play Battlefield, you know what a blueberry is. And you know blueberries are not reliable in Battlefield at all. So, like,
I ain't
to
gonna
sit
lie.
there and try to spam that thing, it's going to be difficult.
Me personally, I'm glad it's that way because that's one thing I didn't like about Battlefield because a lot of dudes, that's all they did was just jump in the tank and spam the shit out you with bombs. So now they put it where it's going to take a squadron to actually control. Yeah, I like that idea, actually. I actually like that idea.
Yeah, but I mean, the idea sounds good in theory, but you have to understand, like, you're playing like the Battlefield on all the consoles is going to be 32 on 32. You got 32 guys in there random. Some of them aren't going to be in chat. Some of them are going to be in team chat or whatever. And like the run up and you like the tank is what helps you push through the conquest lab. It is an essential aspect, just like the planes are going to be in everything else. If you have 4 people sitting in the tank or 1 person sitting in the tank trying to drive it and everybody's just using it as a spawn point, it's going to get really backwashed. And then like Dave, you seen the thing I sent you earlier? What we're going to be doing for the cast tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
You seen some of the weapons that I posted up, so you know what we're going to be talking about?
Yeah.
Some of them weapons are bolt action rifles. They're going to be really slow. So like there's a lot of things that they're going to have to take liberties away from the original World War to make the game feel more accessible for like the more modern age players. Because a lot of these players aren't used to playing them type of, bolt action rifles and stuff like that. They're used to fully automatics, semi-automatic rifles, be able to really quicken in your face with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure they're gonna do something to accommodate that. I mean, at least, like I say, you're right. It's a good idea, but you still got to that idea have to be executed properly. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they're gonna mix it up to a way it's gonna work. And like I said, just my
Oh, I
opinion.
hope it works out. I'm thinking of like the modern players, and like I know a lot of the modern players are into that Call of Duty aspect where they want something easy, quick to jump into. And Battlefield, especially World War I, it's gonna be a lot more team
Team,
oriented, and
yeah.
it's gonna be a big skill gap on it, and that could throw a lot of players off because of the skill gap.
I thought that was gonna happen with the division, but it didn't. Most people were saying that you needed a team, better with a team, and I was like, yeah, that shit gonna flop. But shit, that motherfucker flew off the shelves, and people was playing the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Yeah, the division, you can play solo, but you get on some of them fucking missions, man, it's hard as shit to play by yourself.
Yeah, so they
Dark
kind of
Zone?
built it around, team orientated.
And
So
you can always usually find somebody, unless it's like real late at night. If, like, I was trying to do one mission, it was like you had to be a level 22, and I couldn't find nobody. I was playing at 4 in the morning, but if you do it in daytime, you usually find somebody. uh, I play late most of the time.
yeah.
Yeah, Division's great, but yeah, I'm really excited for Battlefield 1. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be something different, but I still think everybody's going to buy Call of Duty no matter what. It always happens. I mean, it just something bad has to happen in that game, and you even had fucking Ghost, and it didn't even hurt the sale. You know what I'm saying? Ghost even happened, and people still buy it. Like,
You know what? I think how Ghost got lucky though, because the promotion sold the shit out of Ghost. I was even hyped for Ghost. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize how dog shit the game was until after I purchased the game. I think a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people was upset, because a lot of people went out and rushed out and bought the game in droves. So by the time you gotta remember, I don't know if y'all remember this, when Ghost first came out, they had it where you couldn't they had this I forgot what they call it, where you can't make a review on it right away, or NDA or whatever the fuck. And I was like, I know why, because this game is trash. So everybody went out and bought the game, and it was too late. That's why the numbers were so high and the backlash was so big, because people found out the game was shit too late. So
well,
I think this time around is different.
now with Doom, you have the whole thing too going on where they couldn't review it, but the Bethesda said they wanted everybody that played the game, they wanted them to experience the whole thing as a package. They said the multiplayer is the game, so they don't want people just not experiencing the multiplayer also and just judging the single player, because it's a whole package. So Call of Duty, we know what happened. That I think they held off on purpose. Doom, I think my opinion, it's a damn good game. They didn't.
Yeah, I played the beta. It's pretty alright.
Yeah. But you have the same thing too. You have to be into a fast-paced shooter. Not everybody's gonna like that. That's pretty quick for a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
I actually saw Total Biscuit's video about Doom, and he was kind of criticizing Bethesda. Like, you want to criticize Bethesda, criticize them for that Fallout 4. But when he was saying that they should have released review copies, and their excuse was lame about the whole, like, they don't want people to review the game, and the multiplayer's not out and everybody's not on it. They were like, well, other games do it, but the thing is what they don't tell you, and that's why people like why Master Chief Collection didn't get no bad multiplayer review scores, is because when Master Chief Collection came out, they did play online, but they played online in a closed environment where it was nothing but developers and few people that got the game, illegally or whatever early. That's why the multiplayer felt fine. So and most people probably wouldn't even have reviewed the multiplayer. They would have reviewed the single player, gave the whole game a good score, not knowing if the multiplayer was good or not. So I agree that it's nice to see reviews early, but if a developer wants the game to come out and everybody gets to play it at the same time before reviews go up, I don't see the big deal.
I think I said that last time on a podcast with Dave. I was talking about how they shouldn't review it until the multiplayer comes out because of that.
Well, that's what Bethesda's doing with Doom. They don't want nobody reviewing it until the multiplayer comes out. And you got people that did put up reviews. And I saw a guy do a review. He had a review up that it's been up for a while. Like, he didn't
got
even
like 20,000 views.
I mean, Battlefield 4 wouldn't have near got the score that it got if they would have waited to do the multiplayer and do a review on it separate. That's why I feel like there should be 2 separate reviews if it has a multiplayer aspect to it. One for the multiplayer, one for the campaign.
Nah, because it's the whole package. You know, the
Right.
whole game has to.
I feel it should be different. Like, it should be 2 categories in some ways, just because of the fact that you really won't understand how the multiplayer plays until everybody's playing it, because like you won't see the the bugs, the glitches, if the game's broken. Because we've seen that in the past. We've seen it with Battlefield. We've seen it with Halo Master Chief Collection. There's games that have been broken in the past because of that.
But what I'm saying is they shouldn't, like, okay, when people go, a lot of the casual audience go off of review scores before they buy something. So if they just review Battlefield single player campaign and gave it, I don't know, an 80 or something, right? That 80 for a lot of review sites, they ain't gonna say single player gets an 80. They just gonna say Battlefield 4 got an 80. You know, so then that's the whole game. That ain't just it's no different with Metal Gear. Metal Gear got 10s at the wazoo before the multiplayer came out. So
That is true.
so
And that's the same thing with Grand Theft Auto. That got a fucking score before the online was even, running right.
and then when it came out, it was broken.
Yeah, they said they go, oh, we're not going to review the online because it's not up to par right now. What kind of shit is that? But that's how it is nowadays. But I'll tell you one thing, when it comes to reviews, some of these reviews that I listen to, they kind of like sticks in my head when I'm playing the game, and I'll look for shit they're saying, even though if it's not even right, it still ruins my gaming experience with certain reviews. So that's why I'm getting to the point where I don't even, really want to watch reviews anymore unless it's done by people I watch like you guys.
But most of them are paid for. You realize that? Like, they get paid for this.
Yeah, but we don't know who's paid to be. I mean, we could make educated guesses like IGN and shit, but we don't know for sure if they're getting money. It's like the whole GameSpot thing. People get all upset with GameSpot. We don't know if that's their actual opinion or they're getting paid off to do that,
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, Doom's a great game. I'm on the 3rd mission, or I'm going on the 4th mission now. Played the multiplayer. I would say, in my opinion, if you can't get Uncharted, like I'm saying, these games are both on the same level of, they're different games, but they're fun factors on the same level. So you didn't luck out if you don't have a PS4, you can get Doom. That's a great game too.
Yeah.
What's up, Old Dirty? How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Dave? What's up, fellas?
Glad to have you, buddy. We were talking about the whole thing of like people saying that Doom looks like Halo. Do you think Doom looks like Halo?
You know what? I really can't say because I only seen it one time during last year when Bethesda did they look conference. I remember seeing it and it looked good, but for right now, since it's been that long, I can't really say if it looked like Halo or not. I'm not going to even comment on that.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, yeah, that was just basically what we were talking about, and we were talking about the whole Battlefield thing and Call of Duty, basically how it's still selling. They could shit Call of Duty and it still sells. It don't matter if it's a big pile of shit, they still buy it.
Yep.
But yeah, going on to the next thing, there's supposedly reports of the PS4 Neo is basically gonna be coming out in September. Did any of you guys hear that?
Yeah, I read something about it today. Yeah.
Wait, so it's confirmed by Sony?
No, another rumor in the rumor mill of many rumors to go with the Neo and NX and everything else. Basically,
I don't think so, though. I don't think it's coming out no damn time.
I don't think it's coming out this year, to be honest. I really don't.
No, you know what I think about this is? I think Sony's trying to troll our asses.
No, I think that they're gonna wait till after the holiday season, because with Black Friday's coming out, I think it'd be smart to let people go out there and spend a lot of that Black Friday money on the 4K TVs, because that's mostly when motherfuckers buy those 4K TVs, and go ahead and let them buy them 4K TVs, and then you introduce the console that can support it afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reason that they say in this rumor, why they're releasing it early is because now this is another thing I wanted to talk about, which I don't really hear much of anybody saying anything about, and I was talking this about Old Dirty last night. They say one of the main reasons they're making this Neo is for the PlayStation VR. But I heard you can have your regular old PlayStation and play the VR just perfectly. So why do I have to get a Neo what does it make it run better, or like what's the deal with it? Like,
I hope that the Neo, all it is it's just the easiest thing for Sony to do if they are bringing this out, and the thing that most consumers probably wouldn't get mad at is the PS4K is nothing more than just a PlayStation 4 with a 4K Blu-ray player in it.
yeah, but why are they saying it runs better with the PlayStation VR? So what are you telling me? My old PlayStation can't run the VR?
Well, going off the rumors, I mean, it probably just because if you look at the specs from the current PS4 to the supposed Neo, the difference is very minor. So it probably does run a little bit better for that the VR thing.
So are you
Yeah,
saying it's going to be a shitty gaming experience with VR if you have the old console?
Maybe the games load faster or some shit.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the games run better, but
but I'm a little iffy on this one because two things. One, does the game run smoothly like 60 frames per second?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm really concerned about because a lot of times, games dip, especially with this generation, They've been having a lot of dips, especially on the Xbox side,
But what's the whole deal with the thing I don't understand about frame rate, last generation, we never heard a fucking thing about frame rate. And
Yeah, I know.
this generation, frame rate's a big issue.
well, that may not be true. It was actually interesting. Go back. They've always talked about this shit. Go back and watch any old reviews in the PlayStation 2 era. They talked about frame rate and resolution.
It just wasn't. It's just bigger now. It's more mainstream now.
Gaming is more mainstream. Like back in the day when GameSpot used to do their reviews, and you used to watch a GameSpot review. Their reviews seemed like a review that we would do. They didn't go in and use these big bombastic words. They went in with just like, this game sucks, and then like they'd just be talking.
Mhm.
They talk just like anybody else talk. And they would sit there and say the Xbox version has a better frame rate than the PlayStation 2 version, but the GameCube version looks better than the PS2 version, and blah blah blah. They talked all about that stuff, textures, frame rate,
Yep.
all that shit.
Now you gotta understand, I didn't come to YouTube till the Wii U came out, so I'm going by what I heard about from like people I gamed with or on, Xbox Live. Now you get on Xbox Live, PlayStation, party chat. That's all you hear about is people talking about frame rates.
I can answer that on YouTube, especially during the console world, the trade brotherhood things, anything that made whoever's system look better. They talked about, which means frame rate, resolution, all that. So they did talk about that on YouTube. What ended up happening is the YouTube community and conversation then got onto your PlayStation networks and Xbox Live, because I remember on Xbox Live on 360, I used to talk to some of my buddies about stuff that was going on YouTube. They had no idea who these people were. Now in this generation, they know who Hardhead is, and they know who you are. One side, they know who. Now they pay attention to it. Before they didn't, so that's probably why last generation they didn't really talk about it. Like they probably pay a little bit more attention to it now.
No, I've been following Westop for a while, and he always would talk about it. Always.
Resolution. I was always aware.
Xbox
I was well aware of, like Grim was saying. I was one of the ones that was well aware of what was going on, even last generation. But now, like we said, like Grim was saying earlier, now it's so mainstream. Everybody, and you got to remember, a lot of money has been thrown around too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different ball game this day and age. So now, of course, it's when you talk about frame rates, that is like big now, like really big now. You know what I'm saying? Or resolution is really big. They making it more. It's like they focus in on it so much because that's what's to talk about. That's what's getting the clicks. That's what's getting the views. That's stirring up the fanboys. That's keeping the income coming in. So they thrive on constantly talking about it. I just hope that, what I'm saying, we can get past this shit and start talking about what really matters, man.
And I remember you've been doing this for a long time, ever since your Big Dread 305 channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. People are still gonna hop on the bandwagon and try to get as much views off of something that is very popular, that is hot, like a hot topic. You know?
I think that like if we got a game that dropped to like 1 frame per second, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we need to talk about this shit, you know. But if you got a game that runs at 30 FPS in there and they drop down to 28, that's not really that bad to me in my eyes. I don't think that should be the biggest topic of the day, you know what I'm saying? But they will make that motherfucker like, you know, like hell has frozen over and shit. I don't know. Some of this stuff we need to do away with, you know, and focus
Yeah.
real
So,
problems.
so basically, they bringing out this PlayStation Neo just for 1080p 60 frames per second and nothing more.
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically, they telling you the Neo is the console we should have had at first. So go back out and buy another one. Which to me, I don't see anything wrong with the PlayStation or the Xbox One. It does what it does. You know what I'm saying? If they can make it do a 60, that's cool. If they can make it do a 30, we still don't have any problems. I mean, aren't we enjoying our games?
Yeah.
And see, the thing is, it'd have been different if like, because if I buy a game that does 900p 30 frames and it's a multiplayer game, everybody is getting the same frame rate. Everybody's getting the same resolution. So there is no I got beat. I do believe I got tricked by the corporation though, because they did promise, you know, certain things, certain capabilities of the consoles, and they're lacking. So I feel bamboozled by them. But if everybody's getting the same copy, everybody's on the same level when it comes to gaming.
But you know, the thing is, you know, here's a question: like, is resolution and frame rate really that important to people, or is that, you know, people like to have a smoother experience and better graphics?
I tell you, most people don't care about frame rate and resolution. Most people don't even know what frame rate and resolution really is to even care about it. It's really just an argument thing, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of people that play games at 60 frames per second and they think it's 30. There's a lot of people that think they're playing the game at 1080p and it's 900p. They don't know.
Exactly. And some of the old consoles even went at 60 frames per second, you know?
You know what it is? That when they can't, you got to remember, you're dealing with sheep. So you can't tell these motherfuckers anything. You say, we're going to make 1080p 60 frames, and when you can't do it, they're going to hear this until all the way to the next generation or to the next console come out. You can't tell people nothing because they're going to hold on to it. And we can see, we witnessing this shit. They're going to hold on to what they told them until probably to the day they die. You know what I'm saying? So, I believe that if Microsoft and Sony would have never even, if they would have never mentioned it, I don't even think we'd be going through this. Right
Look, I mean, it's crazy. It's like they bitch about graphics and resolution. Like, if you bitch about it, how come you don't got PC? Like, how you bitching about it? It's like, go to PC.
Jordan, the problem is they don't even got a fucking PS4, Xbox One, let alone PC. That's crazy.
It's crazy because a lot of people does this, and it's like it drives me insane, you know.
It's like, Dave, who told you that what you call was 1080p on the PS4? Doom.
I'm hearing well, I'm not saying his name. We all know who. But no, I was told before I got Doom on the Xbox One, because I got it to play with my brother. I was told right after I made that right after I said, hey, I got Doom on the Xbox One. Right after I said that statement, the next text I got, 900p, 60 frames per second on the Xbox One, 1080p, 60 frames per second on the PS4. It wasn't nothing else.
Well, that's interesting because that game has a variable resolution, which means when the game gets too hectic, the frame rate drops. It's 1080p on both. When the frame rate, when too much stuff is going on, then the resolution lowers. The same thing happened in I think Killzone Shadowfall's multiplayer, and the same thing happens in Black Ops 3. And the same thing happens in the other Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So people don't even know what they're talking about, but they can tell the difference though. Apparently.
Well, I just think it's crazy people would buy a console and not use it. You know, I mean, I don't know, but it's the same damn game. Like I said in my video, I could put the HDMI to HDMI 1 to HDMI 2, both see me run the PS4 and Xbox One, both versions of the game, and I couldn't tell the difference probably.
Yeah,
Unless I'm fucking super.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'd be damned if I buy a console and don't use. I wouldn't give a fuck if I play only indies on my Xbox. That bitch gonna get some mileage on it. Believe that.
Hey, Dave, that's not true, man, because you can't tell the difference between a tank and a tree on Battlefield.
A tank and a tree.
Oh god.
Don't say that. We'll get the misinformed police.
Oh god. Who said that shit again?
I'm a Silver Sky.
That little
David Baddick.
Copy group. That's right, I said it.
You guys are. I didn't say that.
Speaking of which, I was already. I'm sorry I had to leave, Dave. I was arguing with one of the guys from the stuff I sent to you earlier.
God damn.
Damn.
You always argue.
No, he just didn't understand that because some of the weapons that I sent, they basically have the same name, but they're different models, and he wasn't understanding that.
About what game? What game?
I sent Dave's in the chat. I sent all the information for the cast for tomorrow for Battlefield, and the guy that I was talking to didn't understand that the sniper rifle weapon models that I sent him, they were basically two different variations of the same sniper rifle to an extent. They were just different models of this sniper rifle, because that's how a lot of the weapons were back then.
Hey, you guys want to hear something funny? Washington Post put up a review of Uncharted 4 that I saw, and they gave Uncharted 4, and I read the review. It just seemed like they hated Uncharted in general. They gave it like a 4 out of 10. And what ended up happening was my boy just hit me up because I showed him the review, and it seemed like they just hate Uncharted. It like if you read the review, it didn't even seem like a fair review. But apparently what happened, that was a joke review, and they sent it in to Metacritic by accident. So now the 40 is on Metacritic. I don't know if they can change it though.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that go on that Metacritic site and they make troll accounts and they just add them on there.
Nah, this is the Washington Post. This ain't user reviews. This is an actual publication.
Oh, it's an actual publication. All right. I was gonna say, because them user reviews, man, you got that's the reason why I don't use Metacritic or any of them, because you can go on them user reviews and you can see people just post up shit and they never even play the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see like on a PlayStation game, I see Xbox is the best by 0 out of whatever, 0 out of 10 who user review.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them where there was like the same guy was posting nothing but zeros for Xbox, but then he was posting all 10s for PlayStation, or vice versa. So I mean, I don't trust that shit. That's why I only trust a review off of friends that I know.
Yeah. These motherfuckers that like they got stock in this shit, man.
I'm gonna need you to what?
Stop review.
Did y'all see that the new Infinite Warfare trailer has almost 3 million dislikes now?
3 million?
That game,
yeah, it's
3 million. That's the most ever.
It's sitting right now at 2 million and something. It's getting close to 3 million.
That's gonna end up being like one of the most viewed videos on YouTube. That game is gonna sell like hotcakes.
It's the most disliked video right now on YouTube. Battlefield's the most liked video.
Disliked and liked is like one and the same. Which one got more? Yeah. Which one got more? Does Call of Duty have more dislikes than Battlefield has likes?
No, Call of Duty, Battlefield, they're about neck and neck with the likes and dislikes. Battlefield has a lot more likes than Call of Duty, but they're right at almost being the same amount of views.
So Battlefield got like 3 million. You got 3 million likes,
which is weird. No, neither one of them are like right at 3 million, but they're getting close to 3 million for the likes and dislikes from the last time I checked.
And I remember that Battlefield even had damn near just as many views as Call of Duty, and it'd been up less time.
It had it in a short time too, yeah. Because in I think it was like 23 hours, Battlefield was already sitting at like 8 million views, and it took Call of Duty to get like 8 million views almost a week.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Call of Duty is gonna outsell Battlefield.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it's a guarantee it's gonna outsell Battlefield.
And I think people are gonna like it more than Battlefield as well.
The only reason they'll like it is because of that Modern Warfare. That's it.
No, not even that. They're gonna like Infinite Warfare. Like that whole, it's just a crock of shit. Like that
Look,
whole,
look.
they
I said this.
love Call of Duty.
I said this before. If they would have sold that Infinite Warfare separate, Modern Warfare 4 separate from Infinite Warfare would have got lost in the dust.
If they wouldn't have brought out that Call of Duty 4 is a part of Infinite Warfare at all, and they weren't even doing a remake, it would still sell like hotcakes.
Oh yeah, it probably would have still sold because a lot of little 12-year-olds and kids would still go buy it.
No, a lot of grown ass people are gonna buy it. Let's not pretend.
I'm not buying that shit.
Maybe not you, but you might pick it up. Don't worry.
No,
You might
dude,
get it. You might get
No,
it.
hold on. I swore off Call of Duty after Black Ops 2. I guarantee you can look at my shit right now. I have not played another Call of Duty since Black Ops 2.
Your girl gonna have it on the PS4. You're gonna be sitting there playing in there, and you're gonna say,
Nope.
"Well, technically, I didn't buy it."
She hates FPS shooters. She's not an FPS shooter fan. She's into the RPGs.
Well, she might
That's
get
the reason
into it
why
with
she's
this
into
side.
PlayStation.
If they separate the game, which they going to, are you gonna buy the old Modern Warfare?
Oh, because I already told Matt and them if they pick it up and they get it digital, then I'll probably download it from them. But I'm not putting money into it.
Oh, okay.
Especially when it's only coming with 10 maps.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's another scam too. I think they're gonna sell us the rest of the maps.
Yeah, I would rather put that extra $50 into the season pass for Battlefield and whatever other and into a server for Battlefield.
I can't
They're
even
gonna
mess
have
with.
Windows servers on Battlefield 1.
I can't even mess with Battlefield no more. Damn broken game that was.
I told you to get EA access for the thing, man.
But I mean that doesn't make sense.
EA
Why would I get
it's
30?
worth it.
Why would I pay $30 a month to play EA games?
No, it's $30 a year, bro. It's $35 a year.
Why would I pay that to play EA games?
I'm telling you, it's worth it, man. I got it. I haven't had a problem with it.
Because you
I
like,
ain't gonna lie.
EA's games. That's what I'm saying. Like, I
like EA's games. I don't like EA as a company, but I like their games.
The downside of that the EA access though is if you get a game and you really like it, you're gonna run through those hours like it ain't shit. Dude, you know how thirsty I was for UFC 2? When my time ran out, nigga.
If it's in the vault, though, I mean, you basically it's your game until your membership runs out.
Right. No, I had got the early access. I'm talking on the early access.
The early access.
Man, I was sick when I
did
ran
that with
out, bro.
With the Star Wars Battlefront, and I played enough of the game to realize like this is what I want to play. This is what I'll probably get later, but it's not something I'll buy day one.
Yeah. No, we can't hear you, Dave.
I'm so shit.
Yeah, Dave, I can't hear you. I see you talking.
But I personally think EA access is worth it.
Come back in.
Yeah,
you might need to come back in because it was doing the same thing for me, Dave. I wasn't able to talk in the mic.
Yeah, you can leave and come back in.
Yeah, it'll still be live and everything.